welcome Papua New Guinea and Italy.
Here come Italy, and here come Papua New Guinea for match 13 today, here at Sokompo Recreation Ground in Hong Kong for this World Series Women's Rugby qualifying tournament. The winner of this tournament will go on to the World Series. What a cherry. Now we have the impressive Italians who have won their two previous games, beat South Africa, beat Colombia, and Papua New Guinea, who also had a win earlier today, beating Colombia, but then getting beaten soundly by South Africa. Referee is Kawasaki from Japan. Here we go. Italy should be able to nail their pull here if they can put the New Guineans away. They have to look after this player here, Joanne Lagona. Twinkling toes. Trying to get away on the far side. Brought to ground by Lucia Camarano. This is Big Debbie Kayor crunching to the ground and a big tackle. Kayor gets the ball back and just 6 meters short now. And had a knee on the ground, didn't release, and Kawasaki was on the spot to ping it. Now come Italy away. Saleri, she's impressed in her first two games.
Papua New Guinea doing well to stretch the Italians from side to side and jetting a bit of pace, but Italians are doing well to disrupt the rucking and infringements. So Papua New Guinea have had people sent off in both of their matches. Hopefully they can keep their heads cool for this one.
First line out of the game, Italy. Line out's been operating pretty well so far. Number 3, Elisa Giordano with the headgear on. She's been the recipient on every occasion. Sophia Stefan throwing it in and nails it. Beautifully done. Stefan away to Saleri. Gets on the front foot. The Papua New Guineans just sit there and wait for them. Doubling round is Chioffi. Gives it to her skipper, Furlan. She's been impressive. Solari with the step off the left. Towed through by Magati, and what is it? Everyone looks to the ref, and it's going to be a scrum, Papua New Guinea. A little knock on there.
It was good play from the Italians. Fortunately, just losing it in contact area. That's where you need to keep a hold of that ball when you hit contact.
Let's watch the scrum now. Expect the Italians to go in hard. They put the shove on, they do, but it comes back. Running hard with the ball in two hands. Lagona goes for the cheeky chip and gets it. That's decadence. This time it's Frida Wayula with the kick, but Stefan's back there sweeping. She's got 2 on it, got 3 on it. Finally the skipper gets in behind it. Furlan doubles round, puts on the gas. Throws a loose one. Camarano goes to ground. It's all a bit laboured here. Another loose one.
I think they thought the ref was part of their team.
Could do. Now they give it some breeze. Up to halfway. Going into contact, Rapila. And not supporting her own weight, I guess. Line call.
Bit unlucky. Both teams showing some solid structure, calm, controlled play. Italians will look to work their way down the field now.
4 minutes gone, no score. Bit of a hush come over this stadium. Into the final 6 games of today. Again, it works well for Italy. It's Michela Saleri running onto a straight ball as Magatti. Good clear out. Stefan. Furlan takes on the outside Rama and almost skins her. But it looked like a little bit of a scrag.
Are we going to see a yellow card?
And there we go, the 3rd match in a row. PNG has suffered the wrath of the referee. Here's a golden opportunity for Italy now. Camarano. Giordano. Surely they're not going to be able to hold, and they do not. Maria Magatti goes in and opens the score finally in match 13 for Italy.
Diving for every inch nearest the post. Italy doing well to just stretch PNG just that little bit too far when they've got a man down. Solari with a conversion to come. The Italians still looking a little slow compared with their first match where they were on fire. Conversion missed. Well, hopefully this will build themselves with some bit of momentum and we'll see a few more tries. Papua New Guinea will need to work really hard for the next minute if they are to come away with this match.
Good to see Lager coming back as a sponsor in rugby. Papua New Guinea sponsored by Lager beer. We're underway again. The arm is out. About a minute left without the full complement of players. Italy be keen to try and hammer this one home right on half time. Take a comfortable lead into the second half. It's a bit warmer out there now. Mid-20s, humidity's getting up around there. Solari, Huda, Furlan. Surely they can work the overlap. Puts the little chip in. Laguna reads that well, and it's just going to go into the dead ball area. So 5-0 it is at half time. It's Italy with a slender lead. So Italy 5, Papua New Guinea 0. Italy chasing top spot in Pool C. With a win here, they'll be safely through to the quarterfinals. They'll get seeded against an easier side. That's a bomb down to Solari. Takes it well. Good chase by Papua New Guinea. Good line. Here goes Stefan. Back to Solari. Just trying to figure their way out here. Haven't really seen the footwork of Solari that we saw in the opening game. Now they get some front foot momentum. Furlan tries to get on the outside of Keor. Throws a wild one and isn't handled. Some advantage now. Watch out for danger player Lagone. And once again, the incision made by the high-stepping Lagona. And that's just what Papua New Guinea needed early in the second half, right under the posts.
Unfortunately, the Italians didn't get their defensive line in place after their turnover, and Lagona just took advantage of that immediately.
The conversion is good, so one might say an unlikely lead to Papua New Guinea here. Again, they go out with this massive restart, taken comfortably by Stefan, who puts in a strange old kick right across field into the arms of Lavai. And it's still there for Lan. Solari and Falan just trying to work the short side there, trying to conjure something up. PNG defence has been good, you've got to say. And they forced the error there again, so lucky to...
Papua New Guinea doing really well there, holding their line until the Italians make a pass, and then they're shooting up at the player receiving. Well controlled. Italians will look to put on a big scrum now. They need this ball back. And look at that shove.
Big shove, but they get it back, do Papua New Guinea. Here goes Twinkle Toes Lagona. And actually puts Fatima Rama in the gap, who just can't take the pass, and now we've got a foot race. Furlan gets back. PNG get numbers behind the ball. A little bit of accidental offside there. That's unfortunate for PNG. Real shame, but that's the law. And reprieve for Italy, who now with their first chance inside the opposition half. They need to be next to score here. Sophia Stefan with the ball. That's strong, and she looked offside there to little Taiva Lavai. It's been pinged. Italy with their nice line out might go for the kick here. Yes, they do. Got good confidence in their set piece. Stefan nudges it forward to the 22. What can they build from here?
Both teams just chipping away at each other in attack. Nobody making any real ground. Hopefully the Italians can make some magic.
Up goes Giordano. Clockwork. Solari with that footwork. Gives it up to Joffe. She gets accosted by a couple. Coming round offside by the looks there. There's no way that was out, and Kimberly Rapila has put her team on the back foot. Going for the corner is Magati, looking for a second try. Gets bundled over, but were they back 10? No, they weren't. Italy will get another shot. Italy, surprisingly from that distance, opting for the line out. Must have a move straight from the line out. They must come away with points here. What will we see? Elisa Giordano. Oh, they've botched it. Old Faithful hasn't worked for them. And they've opened the door for Papua New Guinea. Can they go 80 metres? There's out and out gas here. Stefan's not going to catch it. And Rama is going to go and score an unbelievable try against the run of play. Gutsy stuff. And gets suplexed for her troubles on the floor. And that's a shocker, Rosie. Italy with that line out just couldn't nail it on the key moment.
A very key moment indeed. They chose to have that line out. It was obviously either a missed throw or poor communication. But either way, PNG did well to capitalize on that error and swing it out wide. There's enough time for Italy to come back in this match. We'll see from the restart if they can build their momentum again.
Okay, so Italy trail by 7. They could rescue a draw. There's another one of those massive towering restarts. It's not one that you can chase. Here goes Solari. Decides to take on Lave. Gives a bounce pass to Falan. Up to the halfway. PNG backs very close to offside there, and it's a knock on. Here's the hooter, but we will play the scrum. PNG just need to win the scrum, kick it out to take their second win. So that'll leave them on 2 wins. Italy on 2 wins.
Last chance for Italy to get this ball. They've got 1 scrum if they're going to get this turnover. And they have.
There they go. You called it. Lavai scoots around the side and rescues it for PNG. There it is. She's going to hoof it over the sideline, and a very excited Papua New Guinea side have taken this one, their second win. Gutsy performance. That'll leave them with 2 wins. Italy with 2 wins, and probably South Africa with 2 wins at the end of today. So they'll all be on equal points. 12-5 PNG over Italy. Who would have thought?
welcome to the field, South Africa and Colombia.
Game 14 of the World Rugby Women's 7 Series qualifiers. It's South Africa versus Colombia. One from South America, one from South Africa. Colombia struggling, losing 19-0 to Papua New Guinea earlier and 17-5 to Italy. South Africa having a shock defeat to Italy earlier on, 15-5, but coming back strong. Beat Papua New Guinea 24-7. Holly Davison from Scotland's our referee. And we just saw Italy lose to Papua New Guinea, so they're on 2 wins each. If South Africa can win here, they'll have 2 wins. And Colombia, well, they've scored 1 try the tournament so far. They'll just be keen to keep improving and learning as they go. Here we go.
Not the best start for Colombia. You need to catch those kickoffs, unfortunately. Kickoffs have been very important so far in this series.
Simmons. Up goes Mokwai. Back to Simmons. Fires out a dangerous one over the head of Jordan. She takes the line forward, throws out a beautiful hip swiveling pass to Nadine Roos. Is this going to be the first try? No. Loses it in contact. Good defence out wide from Colombia.
It's a great Colombian tackle. They got a ball. They got an arm on the ball and pushed it out. South Africa will look to dominate here.
Safely won. It's tough to get out of that corner down there. There's a lot of gravity that will suck you down and keep you down there. They've done well, though, to get it in the field of play. Colombia doing things the hard way. Look at this though, we've got an upright maul going on here. Goes to ground, but too late, that's a collapsed maul. So, big opportunity for South Africa here.
Fortunately, Colombia just tried playing too many phases on their own try line. Instead of an exit play or a clearance kick, South Africans just didn't let them go anywhere. Good defense.
Big scrum from Colombia. And here's Jordan, takes him on the outside. Sees a mismatch with Angela Lozano. And that's good vision from Jordan to score yet another try. South Africa opening their scoring in match 14.
You can see South Africa are just running really, really hard at the defensive line of Colombia, who aren't really coming up to them and giving them much pressure. Hopefully they'll learn from their mistakes and start putting a bit of pressure on South Africa.
South Africa will be looking to put a big score on here so they can try and top their pool. They scored 5 points against Italy. They managed to get 24 against PNG, and a big win here could elevate them to the top of Pool C, which will give them the easier match in the quarterfinals. 7-0. Zane Jordan, again Colombia just guilty of not respecting the kickoff there. Jordan gets a worm burner and recovers well. Gets judo thrown to the ground. Very good defensive work there over the ball. Andrea Ramirez wins her side a penalty, and here they come, Colombia. Don't forget about us, we're here too. Pina goes in for a ball and all tackle. And Nomsa Mokwai there looked like she was off her feet to me. Had her hands on the ground, but a little bit of belligerence there. Earns a red card for Colombia. Just holding on. Gets a yellow. Megan Comley gets a start. That's her with the ball at her feet. Jordan, she's the playmaker. Spots that there's no sweeper back. And it's Grain, the skipper, goes in for try number 2. Colombia down to 6. You can't afford a sweeper. Good vision from Jordan again.
Jordan have an excellent tournament so far. She's playmaker of the South African team. Spots the vision, gives those good weighted passes. All well-around player. And she's the kicker to boot.
Jordan knocks it over. They just want to keep turning the scoreboard over, South Africa, and drive it home. Not sure exactly what they would require to take top spot, but somewhere in the 20s should be enough for a superior points difference. Holly Davison penalising South Africans there. Here they come from deep. This is promising. Oh, that's a dangerous tackle. Could be a card here. Acevedo gets nearly decapitated. Megan Comley in the naughty chair for 2 minutes. Colombia, now it's their turn to ram it home. Sharon Acevedo recovering from that decapitation attempt. She's been running hard all day for Colombia. A bright spark in this back line.
Colombia looking with a little bit of fire in their bellies at the moment, taking it to South Africa.
So Huda's gone. Simmons will look for Mokwai in the middle of the line at Opina. No, goes short and low to Mokwai. And with 6 players, do they tempt fate here? They just want to keep scoring, don't they? It's not about the win, it's about the points. Roos gets the bounce. Gets picked off. And Jordan comes in very late, but she does the job for South Africa. And it's going to trickle across the sideline, and that should be half time. No, referee says, I haven't heard the hooter. Play on. Now she's a word in the air, and that is half time. So Colombia ending with a bit of aggro, a bit of fire in the belly. But South Africa slowly building a score here. 14-0. second half. And look at that for a crouch. It's classic. South Africa at the moment have enough points on the board to take out Pool C. We've done a little bit of algebra here, and we think we've got it right. Here goes Roos. I'm sure they'll just keep piling it on just to make sure. Good line. Good hard line from Mokwai. Simmons with the knock on. There's a pass just a little bit in front. It was a hammy stretcher. Couldn't take it.
Gonzalez comes off and Delgado comes on for Colombia. Colombia will be looking to capitalize on their territory here.
South Africa still a player down. Colombia. That's not good. Going in hard as Pina. Away by Acevedo, the captain. The passing from Colombia is just not good enough. Jordan. Roos is on hand, tries to scoop it up. Mokwai comes in. Wadishka Green, the skipper, puts on the fend and goes through the gap there. And with just 6 on the field, they managed to pull one out of the hat to take their third try. Colombia just not showing much care for the ball.
Green from South Africa did well to stretch the Colombian defense and then just accelerating through the gap when she realized she was faster. Good running. Oh, that was a beautiful pickup from Jordan. Read that the ball was going to ground and just accelerated through to pick it up.
Jordan converts, so South Africa 21, Colombia 0. Colombia, with the ball they've got, they need to look after it a bit more. They're firing out all sorts of passes, just not very sympathetic. And another area, another work on perhaps is their restart. So let's see how they handle this one.
Green comes on off for Gadu.
This time they take it marvellously. And that's a good exit for Colombia this time. Just to prove me wrong. Sharon Acevedo with the run. Here goes this dynamic substitute we saw in earlier games. She comes on and throws herself into everything. Benitez with the strong run. Off their feet at the breakdown, South Africa. Here she is. Little Sarah Arenas has come on and the smallest player possibly in the tournament and just throws herself at everything.
Well, South Africa gave away a penalty by number 4, Mumfa. She did well in disrupting the Colombians' momentum.
Here comes South Africa. They are back to 7 players, but lack of communication there. Simmons steps off the right and the gap opens up and closes very quickly. And that's good hustling at the breakdown. Did that leave the hand? Must have. Benitez, she only knows one way, and that's straight up the guts. She's on the ground now. Yeah, good discipline there from Megan Comley to let go as she hit the ground. Lozano sets off.
Unfortunately, Colombia is trying to do quick taps, but their support's not there quick enough.
Shane Statler comes on in number 3, and Jackie Creel in 11. Fresh legs to see out this game. There are the 2 new players, and it is Statler that decides to put it on the boot, and Simmons picks it up on the bounce. Chasing her all the way is Arenas, but she can't stop her.
And Simmons for South Africa.
Good tactics.
That was a great play. Everyone was ready to chase through as well. Knew something was going to happen.
The impetus there of the substitute, Shane Stadler, was immense. Immediate impact. No one sweeping for Colombia. Kick is missed. So it's 26-0. This game winds down. South Africa, after their early shock defeat to Italy, building through this tournament. You don't want to come out and show all your cards too early. Will they be one of the sides out on the big show tomorrow in front of 45,000 people? What a great experience that would be. That's Lozano. A strong run, but just no one there to support her. And luckily for them, South Africa's knocked that on.
It was a great tackle from South Africa's number 7, Gadu. She was fended, but slapped it away and got her shoulder in, and then disrupted the contact area. Colombia with another chance.
Arenas, this little live wire, look at her go. She gets absolutely poleaxed by Mapufa. But she's up again, here she goes. Full of courage. Acevedo, the skipper, puts in a shift and gets penalised. It's been another frustrating game for Colombia.
You can't take that extra roll on the floor, unfortunately, anymore.
More points is the call. How about that big tackle from Zintle Mapupa? Cutting back on the inside, it's Gadu. And they're going to finish in style with their 5th try. Classy work from South Africa.
Just a miscommunication there with who actually had the ball, who was going to tackle her.
High fives all round. They know they finished the day on a high. Started out a little bit rusty this morning. They can be pleased with their efforts. They'll top Pool C. And it's great seeing rugby players enjoy themselves. Well done, South Africa. Colombia, tough day at the office. Learning experience for them. 33 points to 0. Comprehensive by South Africa. Coming out onto the field now, the Netherlands and Jamaica in this Pool A match. Crucial for the Netherlands more than anyone. They beat China earlier on. They then got thumped by Japan 22-5, so they desperately need a win here, and a big win. If they don't take second spot in Pool A, they'll want to build up a good points difference. And Jamaica, well, they have been struggling, smashed by Japan 54-0.
And China.
And 68-0 by China, so not much joy for them. And they'll be looking to get their first score of the day and take out some key learnings from today. Perfect kick to get things underway from Netherlands. Got some very just solid players, you got to say, across the park. They got pace, they got skills, and they just play sure and steady rugby. What a restart that was, on the money. World class. And again, out of shot, the Dutch back line is just diagonal back towards the posts. I can't even see the winger, other wingers out wide, but in the pocket, we have two players. Here they come. Takes it on the sideways run, does Elke van Meer. Gets up to the halfway line, does Erin Arends. And they'll just build patiently. They don't often go full into the field. They just work their way downfield and find a gap somewhere. This is Arends again. Look at this continuity. Good tackle coming in from Jamaica. Edgens pops it up, and Elke van Meer gets collared out wide by White. And referee Gabby Lee from Hong Kong says that went forward. So first scrum of the match, second scrum, sorry, and it'll be a Jamaican feed.
Just one too many offloads there. However, Van Meer did well to suck in two players and get offloaded on the outside of the wing. However, she just tried to get that one extra offload. Unfortunately, when you make gains, you need to then set up and go again.
Big shove comes in from the Netherlands. Jamaica with a long way to go. But they eye it up. And look at the eyes, look at the determination here. Got the ball tucked under the wing and she stepped on the sideline. What a run from White, love it. Her eyes lit up there as she took off. She made a good 50 metres.
Great cover tackle from the captain, Kivit, on her. Netherlands are playing quite a wide game, so it'll be interesting to see how much ground they get, given how deep they are.
Helke takes it off the top. Kivit, the captain, and bang off the right foot. She's been a standout player this tournament, giving chase is White, and she can't return the favour, and over goes the skipper for the first try.
You can see that move was going out wide, but Jamaican centre just shot out of that line, leaving a great big gap for Kivit to exploit. Well read.
Contender for player of the day. Uni Kivit. And apologies if we're getting any of these names wrong. No, the Dutch names are not easy for us to get our tongues around. We do our best. If you're watching from the Netherlands, hello. Thanks for joining us. If you're watching from Jamaica, hello. Kivett again puts it about 2 meters too long, but out of the corner of her eyes, she could see the orange jerseys coming. Kivett now is just running the show as Erin Arends just puts the ears back and finally gets nailed down. And desperate stuff from Jamaica.
Unfortunately, supporter just going off their own ability to carry their own body weight there.
Jamaica now tough work when you've got people climbing all over you, right under the shadow of your own posts.
Unfortunately, when the ball's on the floor, you've got to dive on it. You can't try and pick it up.
Chance now for Kivett to set something up on one of their set moves. What do they got? Hellcat. Kivett comes around on the loop. Can't quite pick it up, but gets the arm free. And Van Vinbergen goes over for try number 2. A little bit sloppy, but it worked out in the end.
That's great vision from Kivett again. Saw that the Jamaican wing had come in onto her and just got that arm free behind.
The kick is missed, so 12-0. Netherlands will want to keep building the scoreboard here. So that they can not only take 2 wins from this pool, all eyes will be on the next game in their pool, Japan versus China, to decide who will win Pool 8. Just getting their arm in the way, Van Vinbergen, and stemming that movement. Rose Baker in number 1 for Jamaica. Green sets off on a lateral run, gives it out to White. Surrounded by orange shirts. Someone's got to straighten. And here it is. It's the skipper, Fraser. Throws out a nice pass. Pinning the ears back, now goes Reynolds. And just hammered to the ground by Visser. You've got to give this Dutch defence its due. It's ferocious. They really enjoy their defensive workout.
Jamaica just lacking a few of the basic movements in sevens, not knowing where to go. After a couple of those, you really need to hit it up.
Van Meer flings it away, and they decide to come back left with a cheeky switch. Van Vinbergen gets the arm out. Scooping it up is Anna Hellcat, and she bamboozles Davina Burton and cruises round on the hooter for try number 3. Good endeavour from the Dutch.
Well, they just found Jamaica sleeping there. We need to make those tackles.
There's nowhere to hide, is there? And Burton there realised that she'd been stood up stone cold. It can be lonely in those moments. She looks a bit dejected, but she gets a few low fives from her teammates, and Kivett has not added the extras. So 17-0 at half time. An entertaining first half. The Dutch winding things up here.
Ready to go.
17-0, the Dutch with a commanding lead over Jamaica. They'll keep trying to pile this on here in the second half. As Jamaica look for their first score of the campaign. I've liked the look of Reynolds for Jamaica. She needs to get the ball more. But the Dutch just too efficient, too competent in the basics and just grinding it out here. Here goes Captain Fantastic, Kevitt. Back on the inside. Inga Visser goes up to halfway there with a powerful run. Kevitt again, she's just pulling the strings. Look at her. She's taken this game, and unfortunate bit of crossing there. Bit hesitant and finally decides just to go full on into the tackle of Anne Halkett. Releases, gets up, but illegally so, says Gabby Lee. Just nothing really planned there.
Netherlands will be looking to keep this ball alive now. They're not really going into contact too much to set anything up. They want to offload and keep playing.
Here comes Erin Arends.
Here comes, oh,
She's got a skipper with her.
Jamaican doing well.
Just not keeping their feet there at the breakdown.
Crystal Groves just blocking that offload line.
Here's Lisa Fraser, the skipper. Gives it to Reynolds. Oh, and just helping herself there is Arends. No problem, thanks very much. And it's all a little bit messy right at the moment, so we'll have a scrum.
Both teams looking a bit tired at the moment. We've still got 5 minutes left of the second half. Jamaica need to keep hold of this ball. However, they're just getting disrupted in contact area by the Netherlands, who are too strong and physical at the breakdown.
Here comes some subs. Number 9, Marsha Volker. Number 11, Mari Becker. Jamaica with a scrum, struggling. The benevolence of Gabby Lee gets them a penalty. And there's something different as Crystal Groves pops one through, and the Dutch get 6 players behind the ball there. That is keen. Down the sideline goes Inga Visser, and quickly taken by Jamaica. Putting themselves under all sorts of pressure. The Dutch are just too keen to let you get away with that. Van Finbergen wins that one back but knocks it on, so another scrum.
It was a good idea to chip over. However, if you're going to chip and they pick it up, you need to make that tackle.
6 Dutch players got behind the ball there, which shows you the enthusiasm and the desire. And Crystal Groves was on her own up there. On comes Shanna Stewart in number 11.
Netherlands will look to put another big push on.
Groves with the feed, Netherlands with the big shove, pressure. Lisa Fraser, the skipper, goes back, tries to get away, throws a speculator, and now right under their posts. They've conceded possession, but just on the ground there playing the ball, says referee Gabrielle Lee. And that's a coach killer, really. Clarence Brown, see him down there pulling his hair out. And it's Marsha Volka that's going to go over in the corner for try number 4. Got to keep building this lead, 22-0.
Like Jamaican number 9, Crystal Groves, is down with an injury. Netherlands just chipping away. They know their basics are better. They don't have to inject any magic. They can conserve their energy. Neither team playing a very tactical game, but scoreline says Netherlands are winning. Jamaican team not getting the ball enough and retaining the ball to make any sort of impact in this game.
Kivett with another towering restart. Puts it on the money. Jamaica struggling to get it under control, but do so. Groves now on the 22. No contest at the ruck by the Netherlands on that occasion. Van Finbergen goes in for a big tackle around the thighs. Here goes skipper Fraser again. Shows and goes and tries to take Kevin on the outside, and she's having none of that. The skippers collide on the far side.
Fraser just needs to get into a bit more room. She's got the legs, she's got the step. Just needs to stay in.
Kevin to Van Finbergen. She really is the one controlling this game, skipper Leonie Kevit. And by contrast, here's Lisa Fraser, the skipper of Jamaica, trying to get the best out of her charges. It's hands, 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 and a good double round. Round the corner comes White. Here goes White. She steps inside. This is going to be their first try of the tournament. They're after it. Go White. She's in. Di Maria White has brought this crowd to its feet. Their first try of the tournament, and thoroughly deserved. Look how happy she is. What a magic moment.
Excellent play from the Jamaican team, just spinning it wide and then looping around that last player, giving them an overlap. And what a great step to step the Netherlands captain Kivitt after such an amazing game. What a great try.
And they finish the game with the consolation try. It does get converted. So the Netherlands maybe not getting as many points as they wanted out of that match. Nonetheless, the Netherlands will take second or third spot in Pool A, 22 points to 7. Look at them.
Please join me in welcoming to the field Japan and China!
Pool A, top of the table clash, Japan and China, the Northeast Asian rivals. And this should be a beauty. They've both been playing excellent rugby today. China, however, lost early on to the Netherlands before coming back to give Jamaica a 68-0 spanking. Japan beat Jamaica 54-0, and then they tidied up Netherlands 22-5. So this is a huge contest in this very competent Pool A. And last year in the Asian series, the 7 series, Japan took that out, but we saw 2 magnificent finals in Korea and Hong Kong between these two sides. Got real strike power across the park, and this one's going to be hard to call.
Looking forward to a very exciting, fast-paced match.
Lilian Zhao gets under that one. Here's Zhao Ling. Setting off on a rangy, one of her trademark runs is Liu Yang. She's scored a few tries today already. Banging off the left foot goes Lilian Zhao. And a slightly high tackle from Nakamura. Yu Li Ping in number 12. China with the early pressure. They're out-muscled, out-heavied by the Chinese in height and weight, but that doesn't mean anything. Here goes Shimizu. Yuku pops it up to Honoka Susumi. She's usually got gas, but China has no shortage of that here today. That's been knocked down. Will that be a card? Let's wait and see. Here's Maya Shimizu. Dummies to the ref. Ref doesn't fall for it. And not enough to incur a yellow card there for the bat down.
China running very, very hard and capitalizing on their loop plays and offloads into contact. You can see they're stretching them out wide but cutting back really hard inside. Japan doing well to make those low cover tackles.
First scrum. Japan backs wide and deep. Nakamura. That one left behind by Mio Yamanaka. It's her first appearance today. And Yu Li Ping just thought that one was out, but it wasn't. Referee Rose Lebreche from Canada pulls him back. Here's Nakamura. Shimizu Susumi gets a ball and all tackle over the top. Shimizu. Here comes Mio Yamanaka. Susumi now with the Jinkin run up to the 22. China getting busy over the ball. Very good clean out there in the nick of time. Yoku and Okuwai in her first game gives it out to Bogi Draumenadave. And this is relentless from Japan. China just holding on. And Okuwai just steps over the top of that one. And a little knock on from China, and wow.
Japan playing a very similar style to China. Running hard and cutting back inside. They've tried a few of those inside passes as well, but China's defense have been there. They're trying to play a quick game, but China's also getting back in defense extremely quickly.
Nakamura to feed. Shimizu waits. In the series last year, there was never more than a try between these two teams. They were all very close games. Nakamura takes on the line. Seeing the threat was Zhao, Lilian Zhao, saw the threat, came in. Yoku swings it away to Shimizu. Here's Susumi, tries to wrong foot the defense. Shu is onto her. Shimizu doubles round. She's got to be Zhao, and Zhao can't get her. And those two players there, leading try scorers in the series last year, 15 each, but Shimizu getting the better of Zhao on this occasion. Japan are first on the board. Had to come, weight of pressure.
Shimizu doing really well, covering that and getting round in attack. Just shows you Japan just keeps looping. They're always there in support for each other. Really, really good work rate.
Great effort. Shimizu converts her own to bump it up to 7. She scored 15 tries on the series last year, and so did Zhao Ying from China. They were the superstars of that series. Haven't seen Zhao yet open the legs in this tournament. She's been leaving the work to several of her other teammates. Shimizu getting that one a bit deep. Oh no, and a little bit cynical there. That's Bogi Draumenadave claiming that she was just trying to get back on side, but you could see it as being cynical as well. So she's off. Here's Zhao Ying. Now China with 7 against 6. Liu does a bit of stepping. Kuwai comes across, bundles her up. Shimizu and I think it was Yamanaka. No, it was Nakamura, of course. Here come China. They are some of the best passers in the game. Off the left foot goes Shu. Coming back at her, Mio Yamanaka, the skipper, hauls her down. It's got to break somewhere, you'd think. Yu Li Ping takes the tackle. Another penalty. China, if they can't score here, they'll be frustrated. Hang on a minute. Another card. It's Nakamura. They're down to 5. Skipper's taken one. Decided that that was worth.
They're a bit too eager in the breakdown at the moment, Japan are. They're giving away too many penalties.
into the final minute, and it'd just be impossible to keep out the 7 players of China. And Wei Rongxin goes in finally for their first try of the game.
China want to take this quickly so that they can capitalize on the 2-man shortage.
Lilian Zhao nails it. 7-all here. The ding dong in Hong Kong. Zhao gets it up nice and high, up against the 5 players of Japan. That's gone forward, so luckily for Japan, that'll be the end of the game, the end of the half, sorry. And it's the contest we knew it would be. 7-all at half time. Coach Liu in there, and Coach Itoshi Inada. Who's going to keep their cool?
But what kind of tactics China can come up with while Japan have 5 men on the field. Women, sorry. Japan will really need to stretch their defense and cover each tackle. They'll need to decide when to drift, when to charge up. It's going to be very taxing. It's going to have a lot of trust between those players. China look ready. Japan will look to get this one high and get the ball back. They don't want China with the ball at all for any length of time while they are short 2 players.
Seven all at half time. Japan, the Olympians, they've been to the Olympics in 2015, representing Asia. Heavyweights of Asian rugby, and China narrowly beaten in the series by Japan last year, the Asian series. Very keen on Olympic spot themselves, and it all starts here. Trying to win a spot on the HSBC World 7 Series.
That's unfortunate for China. They had a 4-man overlap.
Both these teams will make the quarterfinals tomorrow, as Bogidra Minadave comes back off the naughty chair into the front row just in time for the scrum. Nakamura is still on the other naughty chair.
Scrum half's going to work really hard to get out there.
Shimizu and Susumi talking to each other. How do we take all these players? They start drifting. Shimizu's got to take 11. Susumi is drifting. Shu looks on the wraparound. It's Wei Rongxin. Can she go? Yes, she does. And China do take advantage to pick up their second try and a crucial lead in this match.
Some great speed from Yuki Ito, number 11 for China. All they had to do was just do one loop, and they made it. Fantastic running.
Susumi in shot there, couldn't rein her in. Now, Lilian Zhao with the important conversion attempt. It's a brilliant effort by her. 14-7. Great kick from Lilian Zhao. Crucial.
China will look for a big high kick so that they can get this ball back.
Nakamura is back on, and she's straight into the action. The veteran there, number 4. Hirano's on in 10. Here she comes now, Boggy Dramanadava. They expect big things of her. If you get yourself put in the bin, you've got to come back and repay that debt. Here come Japan. And a Kuwai. Driven to the ground, China busy. They'll win a penalty there. Unlucky there, China. Looked like they'd done enough, but hadn't kept their feet. Here goes Yoku. She's been good in this tournament. Nakamura. She is absolute key to the Japanese fortunes here. And a Kuwai fires one out. Shimizu bobbles it. Needs to give it to the big strike player. China, well aware of the threat she poses, put 3 players on her. Kuwai. Shimizu to the 22. Gets collared by Lilian Zhao. Bogadramanadave. And that looks very cynical. Surely that's going to be a card.
Not allowed to kick in the rucks these days.
Zhao Ying, it wasn't out. She coming from the side, and that's a costly mistake from Zhao. She heads to the naughty chair for 2 minutes. Now Japan must hammer it home. Nakamura. Nakamura takes the return. Can she reach out? On hand is Yume Hirano, and just like that, Japan under the posts.
And again, support right off their shoulders. Nobody gives up. 3, 4 players around that ball. You cannot give them any space.
Kick is over from Shimizu. 14 all, Japan. They've been on the World Series before. They want to get back on it. They've had a taste. Shimizu this time doesn't quite get the timing right, and it's come off the knees of Liu Yang. There's a tussle on the ground now for some crucial possession. Taniguchi gives it to Shimizu. She gets away from Wei Rongshin. Japanese speedster's been well taken care of today, but they win a scrum on the far side. Desperate to put some more points off, while Zhao is sitting on the Sinbin chair. On comes Sun Sichao. Chiharu Nakamura, cool as a cucumber, number 4. Giving a little shove there to Lilian Zhao. Scoops it away. Shimizu. Outsider is Taniguchi. Gets pulled down by Sun, the new player. Hirano. Straightening up and getting barreled is Yuki Ito. Hirano heads for the posts. Clobbered by Sun Ting Ting. Nakamura, and surely they'll finish this. And flirting with danger there. Bogi Dramanadave flops over for what could be the match winner. Still time left, and Zhao yet to come back on for China. Zhao Ying coming back onto the field now. Japan 21, China 14. A draw will see Japan at the top of the table. Shimizu, that's a better effort. And Liu Yang has to seize the looming figure of Bogut Dramanidave and knocks that on, and she's delighted with that effort. The big Fijian-born Japanese representative. Time's up on the clock. There's the hooter. No need for Japan here to score any more points.
They'll look to kick this out.
Nothing to prove now. They've taken first spot. And the message from the coach is Yumi Hirano knocks it out. And Japan take top spot in Pool A. A valiant effort from China, but again, once again, defeated from their arch nemesis. But they could still take second spot in Pool A and go through to the quarterfinals. Japan, relentless, the machine they are. They're a great team. They've got all the right players, they've got great combinations, understanding of each other. And they just grind out these wins. Whereas teams like China, they've got a few superstars they tend to rely on a bit. 21-14, Japan over China.
Teams are captain ready to enter the field for Game 17 of HSBC World Rugby Women's 7 Series Qualifier. So without further ado, please welcome Belgium and the hometown heroes.
Lots of support for the hometown as Christy Cheng leads out Hong Kong. At lastminute.com here, trying to salvage a spot in the quarterfinals tomorrow against a Belgian side that's been looking very competent without anything to flash. Rosie, what does Hong Kong have to do here?
They have to keep to their structure and inject with a bit of pace in their attacking line. They're standing a bit flat on the passes at the moment, and they need some runners. With Chong Kai-Yun and Agipoon starting, they should have the speed.
Natasha Olsen-Thorn not in the huddle out there. Looks like she's not even on the bench, which is a blow to Hong Kong. Took an injury in the first match. Very important player in the squad. Plenty of cover though, no excuses. They just haven't hit their straps yet, Hong Kong. Tasha.
What happened? What happened?
We're underway. Eggy Poon gets a nice start off down there, and they managed to bully Belgium across the line for an early set piece. And it starts here. We've just had confirmation that Olsen Thorn is injured. Nam to Sham, and it's been snaffled by Belgium, so set piece number 1, not so good. Belgium up to the 22. They're just a patient, steady team.
Hong Kong doing well with the quick taps. Let's keep this momentum going.
Here goes Eggy Poon. Chong Ga-Yan takes it to ground and just not organised enough there at the breakdown, and Belgium earning not an easy penalty, but
Fortunately just lying over the ball there.
just taking their time as always. The Belgique. Carmen de Donda, number 2. Some confusion here as they try and break out. Poon's all over them. They need to keep them pinned down here, Hong Kong, and rattle them. Looking for a turnover. Nam busy on the ball. Well stolen. Cheng to Sham. Can they finish it? Eggy Poon in the corner. Hong Kong first on the board. That's better, Hong Kong.
And that was excellent pressure from Hong Kong, as you can maybe hear from our bench in front of us. Belgium didn't cope with that under pressure. They had nowhere to run. And Nam Garman just getting that hands on that ball in that ruck. Well played. It's an exciting start for Hong Kong.
Poon with the conversion, gets hold of it, but kicks it to the left. Flags stay down. It's Hong Kong 5. Belgium 0. They'll be very conscious of having to work the scoreboard, keep it ticking over. Poon gets us underway. It's about 2 meters too long. Christy Ching can't take the first up tackle. There's enough to slow her down though. Look at the snaffling work going on here. And another turnover. This time to Kwong Sao Yan. Good hustling. And another opportunity.
Great tackle work from the forwards, and Nam Garman getting her hands on the ball again.
Look how low the Hong Kong front row is. They know there's a push coming. Sham gets it away to Candy Ching. This time Poon goes for the kick. Chong Ga-Yan's after it. Will she get the bounce? It pops up! Try number 2. The thumb goes up from the AR. And the bench goes mad. The crowd goes wild. Look at the smiles. It's much better when you're playing like that.
Excellent vision from Aggie there, seeing that there's a space out wide and knowing Ga-Yan Chong is fast. Excellent try.
Smiles all round.
Ground looks to be a bit drier now that we've got the ball bouncing up after these little chips and grubbers.
That one away to the right from Poon. And Belgium haven't been out of their half yet. Hong Kong have kept them pinned down with some ferocious defence, good hustling at the breakdown. And Belgium been stunned by the start. Aggie Poon again. This one is a bit higher and a bit more contestable. And again, they've managed to force the error. So 3 kickoffs, 3 turnovers.
Belgium not knowing what to do with this Hong Kong defence. And looking a bit frustrated.
Nam trying to get the timing right. All sorts of trickery going on there. Sham can't secure it. It's bobbling around. And again, referee Barrett Turon favouring Hong Kong. And here they come, wave after wave. Poon looks for an opening, can't see it. Christy Cheng out to Nam. She's dangerously close to the sideline. Up to Cheng. Can she get the arms free? She does. Kwong takes it forward. Cheeky boot in there from Belgium. Sham again. Comes out to Candy Cheng. Here's Chong Ga-yan. Can she get the inside ball? Intercepted by skipper Lally. But again, it'll be another line out to Hong Kong. The pressure is immense.
It's good handling just until that last one. Can't give those risky 50-50 passes. But Hong Kong did well to get that line out.
Got to get this line out right. Belgium desperate to get their hands on the ball. Sham levitates and can't take it. Belgium are getting ball, but it's always messy, and this time deciding they've got to get out of there. And so they do so, but only temporarily. They just haven't had any ball or territory. In Hong Kong, you'd think, need to nail another try here to put a bit more breathing room in. Again, the line out's just not going for Hong Kong. Here come Belgium now. Time up on the clock. There's a hooter. They'll be frustrated, Belgium. Cecile Blondel, she's been a star. She just can't get away. Kwong with the harassing tackle without the ball, though. Another attempt after the hooter for Belgium now.
Belgium just thinking about what they're going to do. They've got one last play in this half.
Dodonda gives it to the straight running skipper. Boone can't pick it up, and she's knocked it on, and that'll be the half. A good half to Hong Kong.
Unlucky.
They've absolutely dominated Belgium, and they lead 10-0. And they'll go into the second half with all the momentum. Hong Kong players. And now they've got to come out in the second half and keep applying the points. The more the merrier. Another 10, 15 points would be nice if you're a Hong Kong fan. Belgium are through to the quarterfinals. Perhaps they are just reserving themselves a little bit for tomorrow. There's no need for them to get any injuries or bust a gut today in this third match. Maybe that's a factor, or maybe not. So 10-0. Hassler gets us underway.
Belgium coming up hot.
Well taken by Ivy Kwong. They give it some air. This is a confident-looking Hong Kong side now. Look at the footwork. A wee little bit of eye action going there. Poon comes over the top, rescues it. Candy Cheng swings it away. Shamwai Sum, she's going to have to get support quickly. They're getting busy on her, Belgium, and quite fortunate there, Hong Kong, to win that penalty. Christy Cheng says, let's go quick. Gives it to Candy Cheng. It's rolled forward, the breakdown. Belgium now, they have the ball in Hong Kong's half, literally for the first time.
Great hustle from Hong Kong there, getting that ball back. Belgium's just trying to disrupt them in the breakdown, but not getting there in time.
Christy Cheng, she's been around for 100 years in the 7 setup. Such a stalwart, steadying influence on the squad. Here goes Aggie! Can she beat the last man? Yes, she can. Takes her on the outside. Markinik's not going to catch her. And she brings it round marginally, and that's what we've been wanting from Aggie Poon. Finally gets the legs open and stretches away.
Great burst of speed from Aggie there. You can hear the bench calling, have a go, and she did.
So that's 5 more points in the right direction. Can Poon nail one of these conversions? No, she can't. 6 points been left out on the park. Poon comes off. She's done for the day. Colleen Chosfold is on. She's the one to restart it. Emily Sieur is on. And this time Belgium take it on the fly. Pien sets off on her way, over halfway to the 22. And she's going to go all the way, and that's a great return from Belgium through Pien. And that's put a big dent in the points difference. Well done, Belgium.
Just took that smoothly and pumped those legs straight. Hong Kong defense just ran past her, unfortunately. A great fend off a sweeper, let her in.
Sitska Haslia with the attempted conversion. She's also a little off target, so 4 tries, no conversions. A 10-point buffer to Hong Kong.
Belgium look for a contestable kick now. They need this ball back if they're going to retain their momentum.
A hush comes over this crowd. That's a good restart. Nam gets up, not the tallest player on the pitch, but does manage to bat it back. It's been towed through by Emily Mush, and luckily for Hong Kong, that's rolled over into the dead ball area, which means we come all the way back. No, just to the 22. Critical moment on the halfway. Belgium coming back into this game now. That's good eyes up decision making there from Caitlin Cool. Has a look, decides to come skirting around the side. Here goes Blondiao. Emily Much puts the fend in on Chong and gets taken over the line, but it's been knocked out by Hong Kong, so more pressure for Hong Kong here.
Great tackle by Chong for Hong Kong. Unfortunately, just losing that pressure in defense again. Hopefully Hong Kong can get it back and fire up that gas stations again.
Belgian line out about 18 metres from Hong Kong's line. Still 10 points adrift. They'll want to take this game to take 3 wins Here come Belgium. Blondio. Poon's back on. Chong Kayen runs her down. And that's going to be a penalty. You'd suspect that ball wasn't out. Belgium now with the momentum. Lally, the skipper, looking for a runner. Gives it to Much, and on the outside is Evelyn Rosier. She's right on the line there, and so is the assistant ref, and so is Amy Barrett-Turon, the referee, to award the try. Belgium haven't panicked, and this is their half so far.
Fortunately, scramble defence not quite enough there. Belgium did well to exploit the wings there. Running forward, just keeping calm in their attacking phases.
The kick's no good, so Belgium 10, Hong Kong 15. This is all about the win now.
Belgium 10, Hong Kong 15.
Coming into the last minute of this match. Adrian Garvey is on for Hong Kong. Can't take that one in. Sieur gets the engine running. Belgium determined to end day one with 3 out of 3 in Pool B. Hong Kong just hanging on for dear life to stay in this tournament. A weaving Maisie run. Good defence from Chong. And Cheng diving in there at the ball. Time is up on the clock. Hong Kong desperately trying to hold on here. There's the hooter. It's the last play. Hong Kong, the bench, are up on their feet, urging their teammates to hold on, as is the rest of this audience here in Hong Kong.
Belgium making substitute.
Cool swings it away. Belgium with the last roll of the dice. Blondiao to Mush. Hong Kong are doubling up in the tackles, and it's rolled across the sideline. Hong Kong have beaten Belgium, and the crowd is happy. Mrs. Olsen-Thorne's happy. Chris Garvey's happy. And at last a victory to Hong Kong in their final match of the day. And now only time will tell if they'll be able to go through and qualify as one of the next best qualifiers. And based on the numbers, Rosie, it doesn't look good probably.
Unfortunately, that might not be enough, but that was a great last effort to keep that win under Hong Kong's belt. And Belgium has lost for the first time today, and Hong Kong has won for the first time. Good game from both teams.
Yeah, good game. Final game.
of the day for the HSBC World Rugby Women's 7th Series qualifier is ready to take place. So please welcome onto the pitch for the last time, Argentina and Kenya.
Here we go for the last game of the day on the first day of this Women's 7 Series qualifier. It's going to be Argentina versus Kenya in a Pool B match. Kenya with the early results, beating Hong Kong 24-21, losing to Belgium by just 2 points, 5-7. And Argentina earlier on thumped by Belgium 26-0 before coming back and surprising the hosts Hong Kong 17 points to 7. So both these sides with a chance at taking second spot. In fact, there could be 3 teams with 2 wins in Pool B at the end of this game.
Referee of the match, New Zealand's Rebecca Mahoney.
Both these sides still a real shot. The winner of this will definitely be in the quarterfinals tomorrow. And Kenya it is with the first burst. Janet Owino going down the far side and putting a quick score in 40 seconds on Argentina. And big hugs for that one. Good effort.
With great injection of pace.
Kick is away, so Kenya 5, Argentina 0. If you're watching from Kenya, hello. If you're watching from Argentina, buenos dias. Buenos noches, I'm not sure what time it is over there, but thanks for joining us as your players fight out this last game of the day. An important game for both sides. Both teams have travelled a long way to be here, and they'd love to be in the quarterfinals tomorrow. Good run from Valeria Montero up to the halfway, and Kenya penalised at that breakdown. Argentina go quickly, determined to peg back that early deficit. Good footwork from Noelia Bilibek, the captain. This is Hernandez. Gets monstered by Chijera. Over the ball go Kenya, and well done. Just a split second there is all it takes for the ref to lose their very short temper with you.
Very opportunistic from Kenya. They're standing off the wide rucks and then going into the ones in the middle, causing havoc in Argentinians' breakdown.
We've seen that, haven't we? The ball has not left the hand, and that's just 101. Third time today, putting the cart before the horse.
Argentina standing wide.
That's a pig's dinner of a scrum, and Argentina get the penalty, but it's off the mark. Referee Mahoney from New Zealand wants them right on the mark. Yamila Otero with the ball. Here comes Montero. Up to the 22. There's a couple of Kenyans all over her. One of them's Amondi. Does well to get to ground. Gonzalez fires it out. Hernandez as they work their way towards the posts. Kanjini. Bilibek. She's going to get robbed here, and not sure what that was. That's looked like Kenya were good there. Never mind. Gonzalez straightens up, and finally it had to come. Argentina have pegged one back to bring it up to 5-all.
Kenya just looking for those grab tackles. Unfortunately, they needed to get someone to ground. Argentina managed to play with the ball on their feet for a lot of those phases. Sofia Gonzalez with the conversion to come. And it's successful. 7-0 to, 7-5 to Kenya.
Seven more minutes and they can get on the bus back to the hotel, go through their recovery protocols, and probably have a look at the restarts. Just at the last moment decided to switch direction. Didn't come off, had a plan. And so that'll be a free kick on halfway. If only someone would get the ball for them. And then at 9:22 tomorrow morning, we'll be back for day 2. Here come Kenya. Good run from Orlando, number 12, the captain. Here she goes again, Orlando. And just to keep their hands free. Masinde. Janet Owino takes on 7 and 8 on the far side. Somehow manages to stay in. Nzewa up to halfway. Masinde goes in looking for it, but Chakla not releasing. Good line coming onto the ball at pace, Chijera. And that's just been lost forward and then held on to. Time's up on the clock. Argentina with the last effort now. Can they go 60, 70 metres, trying to muscle her to the sideline, and they do so. It's been manhandled to the side there, and there's some confusion about whether the hooter has gone or not, and someone says, yes, it has. And so that's half time. It's Kenya 5, Argentina 7. A very keenly contested final match of the day. Both teams desperate to finish with 2 wins for the day.
Argentina are playing a very fast-paced game, especially in defense. They are putting pressure on the Kenyans. Kenyans looking to capitalize on their momentum and their size.
Referee Mahoney gets us underway for the final 7 minutes today at the Sokonpo Stadium. That's not going to go the 10, so that's an error from Kenya, instantly giving the ball on halfway to Argentina. It is they who have a 2-point advantage.
They've got a move planned.
Out it goes to Sofia Gonzalez, just very close to the touchline there, and they can't quite get her across, the arms out. Argentina now giving it some width. Kenyans coming up, one out there to cut him off at the pass. So we'll go back to the penalty.
Nice move from the Argentinians, but unfortunately they did it before the gain line, so the Kenyans just watched and managed that tackle on the wing really well. Do they have another move planned?
Remember to tap it. That's how you do it, folks, at home. Gonzalez gets us underway. Kenyans are just sitting back, waiting. Chengini trying to find a hole in this Kenyan defence. Ball squirts out the side. Kenya receive it and a bit loose there, just thrown it at Sheila Chijera, who was not expecting it. So they did the hard work to force the turnover and then give it straight back. Frustrating.
Kenyans are looking a little bit flustered at the turnovers.
Maria Paula Pedroza comes on for a spell. Off comes Otero, 5 minutes left. Scrum on the 10-metre line, Kenyan territory. Kenya smelling an opportunity there and shoving the Argentinians off. Good hand, good pickup on the fly from Masinde. Good skills there.
Great cover tackle from Argentina's Fontana Rosa. Argentina have the ball again. What can they do with it?
Pedroza, that's not straight. That's a Miles to the left. Chijera takes it with thanks. It had a ribbon on it. Kenya now, she's just got to keep going. Amondi for the corner. Amondi for the corner. Amondi in the corner, and Kenya retake the lead there after a terrible line-out throw from Argentina.
That was great from Kenya's captain Orlando, who capitalized on that turnover. Held the ball, didn't panic, pulled out from contact, and then passed it out to Amondi, who did the great finishing work of finding the space out wide and just running to it.
And the legs are a bit tired at the end of the day. The kick is no good. So they are on 10 points against Argentina's 7. This one's going down to the wire. With a quarter-final at stake here, everything to play for. It'll be Belgium and whoever wins this that will take top 2 spots in Pool B. Doreen Niziwa takes it down deep to Pedroso. Gonzalez throws out a wide one. This is Montero. Getting a shove in her back for her troubles is Masinde. Argentina coming up to the 10-metre line. Can they pierce through this line? Kenyan defence has been good in the second half and been snaffled by Chajera. And the tackler's not releasing, says referee Mahoney. Play goes on with a quick take. Kenya note with a score here. They could put this one to bed. Niziwa. Here's Chajera again. There's no real impetus. Someone's got to go forward. And that's what happens. Nicely trapped by Masinde. Puts the fend and gets away from the first tackler. Pedroso can't take her. And this could be the score that puts Kenya through to the semi-final, the quarterfinals. Coming back in this second half with a strong performance.
Masinde spotted the gap back on the short side. Good running to it. Unfortunately, Argentinians still on the floor from the previous tackle. Owino with the conversion. And it's successful. Kenya stretching their lead. Kenya 17, Argentina 7 with a couple of minutes left.
It's a good restart, plenty of height on that. Up goes Chajera and wins this back for Kenya. They're not finished yet. They could take first spot in the group. They could leapfrog Belgium with a big win here. Masinde again. It's all Kenya right now. Knock on, the arm is out. Argentina.
And the pressure's worked.
Yeah.
You can hear the Argentina's coaches shouting Arriba. Up, up, up. Kenyans making a tactical substitution. Slow down the momentum, regain composure. They'll need to get this ball back. And it's Argentina's last-ditch effort.
Big shove from Kenya as the hooter sounds. Argentina with some nice passing. This is Maria Marino. Wins a penalty. This is more like it from Argentina. Coming onto the ball at pace. Maria Marino again with another run. They just haven't been able to pierce this defence in the second half, and Pedroso with the knock on, and that'll be the end of the game. It's Kenya 17, Argentina 7. Kenya will be going to the quarterfinals. Argentina will have to wait and see who's got the better points difference. But that ends day one here at SoCom Post Stadium of the World Rugby Women's 7 Series Qualifiers. Thank you for joining us today, and we hope you'll join us again tomorrow from 9:22 Hong Kong time when we kick off again, leading up to the big final at 5:12 local time tomorrow in the big stadium. Who will take out this event and who will be joining the World 7 Series? Join us tomorrow. Goodbye.